You are listening to Arirang Radio's Wonders of Jeju. This is a segment where we tell you about the lives of people living right here on the island. I'm your host, AK. This is Humans of Jeju. On Humans of Jeju, we introduce lots of people who are living on Jeju Island, who are living in a different, very special ways, and we are here with Redcap Jay. Yay!
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Good, you?
Great.
Great.
Thanks to you.
Oh,
Thanks for coming.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. Very shy about that.
Why?
I don't know. That was very touching. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how's your weekend? How's your, I don't know, everything? Because it's been so it was a long holiday.
It was a long holiday.
Yeah. How did you
and
spend?
I'm really struggling to get back to this working week.
Oh, yeah, me too, actually.
It's been
to
so
be honest
long.
with you. Yeah.
I mean, the holiday was really long. It was a great holiday. Family getting together. Been eating a lot.
Drinking a lot.
Yeah, eating a lot. Gaining weight, and
you didn't really.
I think I became like a little bit more lazy right now.
Oh, yeah, but that happens to all of them.
Yeah, and then you're trying to get back to work, and wow, it's not easy.
It's not easy, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing there's a lot of people out there struggling right now.
Me too. Yeah, it's gonna take quite some time for me to get back on track. But anyway, yeah, it's a life.
Is that why you wore a hat?
Yeah. I'm getting lazy. I'm getting lazy.
I can tell. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so welcome back. Okay, so why don't we jump right into today's Human of Jeju?
Yes, and let's listen to today's Human of Jeju.
Great.
안녕하세요. 제주 농산물로 잼을 만드는 회사 냠냠제주 대표 강은영입니다. 저는 한 15년 전에 제주도에 이주 붐이 일어나기 전에 서울에서 10년 동안 직장 생활을 했는데 어느 날 광고를 보는데 힘들게 일한 자여 떠나라 이런 메시지의 광고를 보게 된 거예요. 근데 거기가 교레리에 그 숲 많은데 거기를 자동차가 쫙 지나가는 장면이었거든요. 제주도란 과연 어떤 곳이며 자유란 뭘까 이런 걸 고민하다가 이제 제주도를 찾아오게 되었어요.
Please.
Yes, so today's Human of Jeju, we're introducing CEO Kang Eun Young of YumYum Jeju. YumYum Jeju is a company that makes jam from agricultural products. And 15 years ago, before the big migration boom to Jeju, she came to Jeju Island. And before that, she had been working in Seoul for 10 years until she saw an advertisement that said, 힘들게 일한 자여 떠나라. Which is meaning, you who have worked so hard, leave. I think I need that myself. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. So she mentioned that the background of that ad was none other than the Gyorae forest with a scene of a car driving through it. And that moment, she said she wondered what kind of place Jeju is and what true freedom is. And with those thoughts, she decided to come to Jeju.
Well, that really sounds like something out of a drama. And, making the decision to move to Jeju just from the advertisement and its background, it really shows her determination though.
Yes.
So after coming to Jeju so impulsively, what was the first thing she did on Jeju then?
So honestly, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that she came here on a whim. But when you hear what she attempted in Jeju, you'll be surprised. So why don't we listen to her story first?
Yes, please.
제주도에서는 처음에 아는 사람이 아무도 없는 상태에서 그냥 온 거예요. 그래서 제주도에서 조금 더 친해지려면 뭘 해야 될까 고민을 하다가 그때 블로그가 한창일 때라서 마트에서 제주도 농산물을 하나씩 사다가 매일 이걸로 요리를 해서 올리기 시작한 거예요. 사실은 할 게 없으니까 이렇게 사다가 하나씩 올리는데 조금씩 반응이 오고 좀 인기가 많아지기 시작하는 거예요. 그래서 겨울에는 귤이랑 당근, 봄에는 감자, 여름에는 호박, 가을에는 메밀 이런 걸로 해서 제주도 친구들도 만나고 그렇게 되면서 이제 제주도 역사나 히스토리 같은 거 더 잘 알게 되잖아요. 이제 그렇게 제주도랑 친해졌죠.
Interesting. Tell us about it.
Yes, so she mentioned she came to Jeju without knowing anyone here. So she wondered what she could do to become more familiar with the island. And at the time, blogs were very popular.
Yeah.
So she started buying local Jeju agricultural products from the market, cooking with them every day and posting her recipes on her blog. And in reality, she said she had come to Jeju but didn't know what to do or how to spend her time. So she used it in this way. As she kept buying seasonal Jeju vegetables, cooking, and posting on her blog daily, she said she started getting responses and gradually her blog became even more famous.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, really. No one told her to do, but she took the initiative on her own. Wow, that's so impressive. And I'm curious about the kind of story she shared.
Yes, so in winter, she said she featured like tangerines and carrots. In spring, potatoes. In summer, pumpkins. And in autumn, buckwheat.
Yeah.
So she introduced crops grown in Jeju for each season. Through this, she made friends on the island, learned about Jeju history, and found a way to connect with Jeju just as she had hoped for.
Wow. So is her blog related to what she does now with YumYum Jeju?
So in a way, yes. And like they say, everything in life is connected. So it should have some kind of connection.
Okay, now I'm even more curious about her work.
Yes, so why don't we listen to what she mentioned?
Great.
냠냠 제주에서 제주에 나는 귤, 당근, 호박, 토마토, 키위 뭐 이런 재료들로 이제 잼을 만드는 잼 가게를 하고 있고요. 올해 10년 차가 되는 것 같아요. 블로그에서 이제 여러 가지 재료로 요리를 하는데 오렌지 마멀레이드를 먹다가 당근으로도 이렇게 살아있는 모양의 잼을 만들면 어떨까 싶어가지고 만들었어요. 뭔가 맛있는 걸 만들면 이거 팔아도 되지 않을까. 저희도 똑같은 생각을 하고 그때 이제 제주에서 사귄 친구랑 우리 이거 프리마켓에서 팔아볼까? 이렇게 이야기가 된 거예요. 그래서 그걸 들고 프리마켓에서 한번 팔아봤어요. 2시간 만에 저희가 가져간 걸 다 판 거예요. 그래서 그렇게 사업이 시작이 되었어요.
Wow, please.
Yes, so as we showed through the pictures as well, YumYum Jeju is a jam shop that makes jams using local Jeju ingredients like the tangerines, carrots, pumpkins, tomatoes, and kiwis. This year marks its 10th year anniversary. When she was posting different recipes on her blog, one of them was actually orange marmalade. Then she said she thought, what if I made jam with carrots? So she shared her experiment on the blog and the response was, she said, was incredible.
Wow.
So like many people who create something delicious and wonder if they could sell it, she had the same thought. So she teamed up with a friend she met in Jeju and went to a flea market to sell the jams made from the local Jeju ingredients.
Wow, so impressive. So now I'm sure the response was pretty amazing.
Yes, it was. And she mentioned with just 2 hours, they completely sold out.
Wow.
And after that, she and her Jeju friend officially launched the YumYum Jeju.
Wow, that's so inspiring. And when people start blogging, they often feel quite uncertain, right, in the beginning. And will anyone even read my stories? I don't know. Okay, so let's go back to the topic, and we are talking about CEO Kang Eun Young, who has been living on Jeju for 15 years and is creating her own story. So YumYum Jeju or YumYum Jeju takes its name from the Korean onomatopoeia nyam, right? It's just sound we make when eating something delicious. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. And in Korea, we often say 냠냠 맛있게 먹어, especially to the kids, like saying enjoy the food. So that's why YumYum Jeju is such a catchy and memorable brand name.
Right, just like yum yum.
Yeah,
Yummy.
yeah. So in Korean we say yum, which is yum in English.
Right.
So their English name is spelled YumYum Jeju as well.
So these days, it's kind of sad that small businesses on Jeju struggle to survive beyond like 10 years due to economic challenges. So, I'm very curious about what's the secret behind YumYum Jeju's success and longevity.
Yeah, and we were curious about that as well, so we asked her. And I believe it's because of the core principles that YumYum Jeju has always followed. So let's listen to what she said first.
Yes, great.
저희가 처음에 제주도 농산물로 블로그에서 올려서부터 시작해서 그런지 제주도 것만을 써야 돼라는 생각이 은연중에 머릿속에 있어가지고요. 제주도 잼을 저희 마말랭이라는 이름으로 지금 판매를 하고 있거든요. 귤은 제주도 친환경 인증받은 귤 저녁에 걸 사용을 하고요. 그 다음에 부자 당근 사용하고 그다음에 제주도 대정읍에 있는 토마토, 그다음에 무릉리의 양파, 그리고 키위는 제주 동쪽의 키위. 제주도 곳곳에 있는 그런 농산물을 마멀랭으로 만들고 있어요.
Please tell us about it.
Yes, so YumYum Jeju started as a blog about Jeju's agricultural products. That's why she insists on using only locally sourced ingredients from Jeju. So at YumYum Jeju, they call their jam mamalengi,
Yeah.
a cute Korean-style way of saying, marmalade. For their tangerine marmalade, they use only organically certified tangerines from Jeju. The carrots come from Gujaub area in Jeju City. The tomatoes from Daejeongup area in Seogwipo City. The onions from Murungli village in Seogwipo City. And the kiwis from the eastern part of Jeju.
Nice.
So we got all these ingredients
Yeah.
from Jeju. And their commitment to using only Jeju-grown produce for their mamalengi, the jam and the marmalade, is a core principle of YumYum Jeju. And she believes this dedication is what has sustained the business for so long.
Wow, I crave marmalade now. But that actually truly makes it a local Jeju brand, right? Handmade marmalade, marmalade using only Jeju-grown ingredients. Both locals and tourists must loving it. And after 10 years in business, I imagine she has plenty of loyal customers.
Yes, and she actually has a great story about that. So let's listen to it together.
Yes, please.
저희가 한 10년쯤 되다 보니까 옛날에 왔던 분들이 다시 오시는 경우가 있는데 해외에서도 오셨던 분이 다시 오는 경우도 있어요. 저희도 너무너무 인상적이었는데 대만에서 오신 손님인데 2019년에 오셨다가 그 후로 매년 꾸준히 얌얌제주를 저희가 한번 이사했는데 여기까지 계속 찾아주셔서 작년에도 또 오셨거든요. 근데 2019년에 찍은 사진이랑 작년에 찍은 사진을 이렇게 같이 비교하면서 이렇게 같이 소통하고 하는데 너무 뿌듯한 거예요. 네.
Please.
Yes. Since the shop has been around for 10 years, many past customers have returned. A lot of them are tourists,
Wow.
including quite a few from overseas.
Because of this jam?
Yes, so a
that's
few
crazy.
from the overseas as well. And one particularly memorable customer she mentioned was from Taiwan.
Wow.
So this customer first visited the YumYum Jeju in 2019 and kept coming back every year. So even when the shop relocated, the customer made the effort to find it again.
Wow.
Every time the customer visited, the customer took a photo at the store. And last year, she mentioned that the customer even showed a comparison of the customer's 2019 photo with a recent one. So the customer maintained a close connection with her over the years, which she found really touching as
Yeah,
well.
it is touching, and that's such a great example of how people can connect beyond language barriers. So the fact that the customers keep coming back show just how special YumYum Jeju the brand is. And then does she personally handle product development as well?
So actually, she was originally a web designer. So she has always loved photography.
Okay.
She enjoys taking and posting pictures of beautifully prepared food more than cooking itself, she mentioned. But she said once she started making marmalade, she dedicated herself to learning everything from understanding the ingredients to mastering the entire production process. So she studies Jeju crops in detail, consistently researching what ingredients can be turned into marmalade. And she said some ideas like the carrot marmalade come to her spontaneously. Other times it's the customers suggest new products that they like to see.
Wow. I cannot even imagine what it's like to taste when it comes to carrot marmalade. Have you
I've tried the carrot.
You've tried the carrot ones?
They're pretty good, actually.
Okay. So can you give us an example of a product that started from a customer suggestion?
Yeah, so one example she said is the green tea spread. But she also mentioned about the other marmalades as well. Also for the citrus marmalade, she includes the peel. So so that it needs that. That's why they need the organic tangerines. She said the peel adds the depth to the flavor.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So for fig or kiwi marmalade, she said she diced the fruits into chunks to create this textured marmalade.
Okay.
The production process changes depending on the ingredient. So she says she's still consistently experimenting with like new ingredients to create different kinds of marmalade.
Nice. Then where does she get like her inspiration for new ideas?
So first and foremost, she said from the customers. So she pays close attention to what textures and flavors they enjoy based on their feedback.
Yeah.
Another major source of inspiration for her is her travels. She loves exploring different countries and analyzing the unique marmalades that she come across.
Wow. So I actually love and how dedicated she is to research and innovation. And now I'm curious about the values she prioritizes in running her business.
Yes, and let's hear from her directly.
Great.
제주도에 있는 재료로 제품을 만들기 때문에 제주도에 척 붙어가지고 저희 제품을 설명할 수밖에 없는데 제주를 대표하는 맛이 되고 싶고 그 다음에 제주를 추억할 때 생각나는 제품이고 싶고 제주도 가면 이거 사봐야지 이렇게 기대감을 갖는 그런 제품이 되고 싶어요. 그래서 세 가지를 요약하면 제주의 맛, 제주의 추억, 제주의 기대 이렇게 한번 요약하고 싶어요.
Please.
Yes, so this is something she truly wishes for. As we emphasized earlier, since she only uses like the Jeju-grown ingredients, she feels deeply rooted in Jeju. So her biggest goal is to create flavors that truly represent Jeju. She wants her products to be something people remember when they think about their trip to Jeju. And lastly, she hopes to create products that make people excited to visit Jeju. You know, like thinking like, I have to buy this when I go there.
Yeah.
So in short, her core values are bringing the taste of Jeju, the memories of Jeju, and the anticipation of Jeju to her customers.
Nice. You can actually, really feel her love for Jeju. And sometimes I feel like even, not Jeju local. I'm not blaming Jeju local people, but because I'm a Jeju local. But sometimes, the people who really promote Jeju are the ones who are from the mainlands.
Oh, yeah. I noticed that. Well, a lot of people we, introduce in Humans of Jeju.
Yeah, from the mainland, right?
From
other
the
regions.
Mainland, doing something special for the island.
Yeah, very special for Jeju Island.
And they have that, I think you have that feeling for the island,
right.
That love for the island that, that kind of drives them to come here. So
I think it applies to every country. And because if you live here on Jeju to be born until now, without going anywhere, then you just take, everything for granted.
Yeah.
All right. So today we are introducing Kang Eun Young, the founder of YumYum Jeju, who makes jams using Jeju local produce. So let us continue. And she seems like a very talented person because you said she was originally majoring like a web design.
She did web design.
Right. Crazy. So I'm now curious about how she's using her skills on Jeju.
Yes, so she actually led a jam making workshop through a youth program organized by the Jeju-related institution as well. So the program focused on teaching young people how to use Jeju's agricultural products, and it received an overwhelmingly positive response. So among the participants, some were considering like starting business using local produce, realizing that not everyone living in Jeju has to become a farmer.
Yeah.
So she also mentioned there were high school students exploring career path as well. For her, it was a valuable opportunity to share both the challenges and the rewards of her work.
Okay, so she's also taking on a kind of mentoring role, right? So so what is her future plans then?
Yeah, so let's listen to her directly.
Great.
요즘에 세상이 계속 바뀌고 있잖아요. AI도 나오고 로봇도 나오고 근데 그 중에서도 저희는 제주도에 있고 잼을 만들고 농업이랑 연결이 되어 있기 때문에 이 가치를 지켜나가는 것만으로도 좀 가치가 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 10년 전에 왔던 고객님이 저희를 찾으면서 추억도 나누고 이렇게 마음에 위안도 얻는 것처럼 앞으로도 잘 버텨가지고 이 자리에서 계속 이 가치를 지켜나감으로써 10년 후에 찾아도 이 모습을 고객님들이 다시 볼 수 있도록 유지하는 게 목표예요.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so she first spoke about how the world is changing. With AI and the rise of robots, the world is advancing at a pace beyond our imagination. But she believes that making jam in Jeju is like fundamentally connected to agriculture.
Yep.
So no matter how much the world develops, the value of, planting seeds and cultivating them with care must be preserved, she thinks. So her goal is to keep her store going as a place that upholds the value of agriculture for a long time. She hopes that customers who visited 10 years ago will be able to return and share their memories. So her ultimate goal is to sustain her business so that even 10 years from now, customers can still find it just as they remember.
Oh, I'm rooting for her goal. And just as she has successfully managed the past 10 years, I believe she will continue to do so for the next decade and also beyond.
Yes, and she also mentioned she is taking a slow but steady approach to running her business. She also talked about last year, she considered seeking investment and even participated in presentations on the mainland.
Yep.
However, she said investors kind of criticize her business for growing too slowly. But for her, she said the reality is that rapid growth requires risky investment.
Yeah,
so
true.
After receiving that feedback, she made up her mind that she would continue to operate in her own way, growing slowly but safely in her small village in Jeju.
There's a saying goes like little goes a long way.
So she knows there's no single right answer, but this is the path that she has chosen, she said.
Okay, that sounds like a true craftsmanship's approach to business.
Yes, and she mentioned that she enjoys her work. She uses drawings by local elderly residents to promote her jam as well, and takes her own photos to create event like postcards, and engages in small creative marketing efforts to run her shop as well. And on her days off, though she said it's a secret, she spends time at a cafe, even planning and writing web novels.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
all kinds of stuff doing.
Wow, she's been doing a lot of things, but even now she's planning for something else. Wow. Yeah, she really is a multi-talented person indeed. So this is going to be the last question. So which place in Jeju did she recommend for our listeners?
Yes, and as probably expected, she recommended the Odums. So
Okay.
a lot of people
Yeah, a
seem
lot
to
of
recommend the
people,
Odums.
yeah.
But she gave us a couple Odums that she would like to share. So she said that every time she visits, she discovers a new side of Jeju. And her top 3 picks are 용눈이 오름, 백야기 오름, and 영주산 오름.
Okay, so the question, have you been to all of those Orums?
I've been
before?
to 용눈이 오름.
Oh, I've been to 영주산 Orum.
Rest 2 I haven't. Wow.
Rest no.
No,
Yeah.
because she mentioned Yeongjusan Orum is not an easy climb. It has a difficult path called the Stairway to Heaven,
Yeah.
which I'm not too fond of. You won't find me in Yeongjusan Orum. But she said the misty scenery on a rainy day is really breathtaking. So maybe if I lose a weight, I would try. But as for 용눈이 오름, it is known for its beautiful ridges. And 백야기 오름, named after the 100 medicinal herbs once found there, is full of sukurang, which is wild herbs,
Okay.
during the late summer and fall, she said.
Skurong? Is that Jeju language or something?
No, I think it's the name of the wild herbs.
Okay. Skurong. I like that, by the way. But anyway, every time I hear about Odum, I discover like something new actually. Yeah, it never gets old. Just like all the trails. But anyway, it's time to say goodbye to our Jay.
Oh, really?
Really?
You're letting me go.
Anyway, thank you so much for your report and stay safe because weather's crazy now.
Yes, it is crazy.
Stay back home safely, and I'm gonna see you next week. Well, I hope you enjoyed the segment. If you're curious to find out more about Jeju, we encourage you to go check out our website at arirangradio.com/Wonders of Jeju, or you can check out our Facebook page at Wonders of Jeju, as well as our Instagram account at WOJ_Arirang. We are going to take you on a journey to learn more about what's happening on this island.